This time, we're trapped on a party train for 20 hours before arriving in Budapest, where we bathe in tubs of beer,
eat at Spielberg and Niro's favourite Jewish restaurant, and party again at an illegal art rave.
Trains aren't just for posh travel writers anymore, and with the pandemic putting pressure on airlines to have fewer short-haul flights, we'll hopefully be seeing a lot more of them. We'd heard about a 20-hour overnight train from Amsterdam to Budapest that had its own nightclub. Most of the 1,000 people on board were heading to Sziget Festival.
Yes, we know it is quicker to fly, but passengers can reduce their carbon emissions by around 88% if they take the train.
I think it's great because everyone here is going to Sziget Festival, so they're on such a good vibe and everyone's having fun, drinking, partying, and there's music. And if you want to avoid the party and retire to your cabin, you can. So for me, this is the ideal form of travel.
Hot train!
What's that? Hey.
What does this get us?
Drinks.
So the best thing about flights is the speed at which you get to your destination, and the worst thing is the space.
You can extend the old
you can extend
legs
so far with
11
the leg
all the way,
all the
which
way.
has no issue. And
All
when
the
you're
way.
tired, you can pull down.
Yeah.
You can get in bed.
It's a moving hotel.
Yeah.
This train, I just went like 20 minutes in that direction. I found like a gabber section.
I'm happy I'm here.
They've repurposed the train tannoy to play fat tunes.
Welcome to the world without planes.
Before the pandemic, we made a sustainable guide to traveling Europe and found out it's funner without them anyway. Why have you decided to come by train?
If you have to go to the other side of the world, then you would take the plane, but it's not that far.
Yeah. Do any of you guys have flying shame?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a lot of CO2 that you're producing when you're flying, and it's a shame, really, because you can really go by bus or by train.
The only thing is that taxes are so high on public transport and not high enough on kerosene.
It would be better to make public transport, like trains and buses, more cost-friendly for more people, because airplane companies are just fighting against each other, and plane tickets are getting cheaper and cheaper, so more people will take planes.
This is the worst bathroom I've ever seen in my life. Oh, mate, you're lying.
It's taking me back to like uni halls where the party just happened in the corridor.
I had zero expectation of a club on a train.
And were those zero expectations met?
So I was greeted by a sticky floor, loud music, sweaty atmosphere, which is everything that I'm greeted by on a club that's not moving. Apart from the occasional throw everyone to the left and everyone to the right.
I mean, it's Monday night, so it'll be interesting to see what like Saturday night looks like for these people.
Oh, hey, Shay. Carry the dog?
Yes, please.
So, how did you find your first rave train?
I mean, it wasn't quite her kind, but cheers. Where are we right now?
We're in Budapest. You're in a bathtub, I'm in a bathtub, beer spa. We're here to, better ourselves.
When I wake up hungover, I do often get the craving to just pour pints down my throat and on my face.
You should talk to someone about that, but not me, because I'm not interested.
What's cheers in Hungarian?
Egészségedre.
That's got quite a lot of syllables, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I should show you the ingredients we put in the water. The brown one here is a special bath salt made from beer.
So is this alcoholic?
No, the green one here is the hops. And it's from the same family as the marijuana, so this is how it's relaxing for your muscles.
Oh, hello.
It feels so nice.
Thank you
Enjoy.
so much.
Thank you.
Egészségedre.
Egészségedre.
More.
Thumbs up. It's just good decision after good decision, do you know what I mean?
Well, traffic at this time is terrible, isn't it, darling? Oh, it is quite nice.
Apart from spas, Budapest is well known for its ruin bars in the center. Highly Instagrammable and filled with tourists, the DIY party scene has now been driven to the outskirts of the city. If you want to be sustainable, Budapest has a tram system, but it's also incredibly quick and easy to hire an electric car using an app called Green Go.
Brody House is one of the best hotels in Europe you can stay at for under €100.
But for us, any bed that wasn't hurtling through the night to the sounds of Gabber and vomit would have done fine.
It's very grand.
Didn't know Budapest hotels could be so grand.
Was it built as a hotel or was it a house that has changed?
Originally, it was built for this pioneering medical practitioner who did the first Hungarian cesarean.
The first Hungarian cesarean.
Well,
that sounds like a dance move.
Okay,
The Hungarian cesarean.
It wasn't the Hungarian cesarean. There's the room.
It's incredible.
We've checked in and we're meeting up with Hungarian photographer Andy Galdi Velko, who's going to show us a side of the city hidden to most tourists.
So what was the most recent photography project you did?
So I lived abroad for a while, and then I kept coming back to Budapest because there's this weird nostalgia feeling that doesn't let us Eastern Europeans leave our country. Like, we dream of not living here, but then we keep coming back. So I call this series Homesick Land. And the idea is that all the things that are from your childhood that make you want to leave the country, there are also the things that make you want to come back because you don't feel them anywhere else. There's a freedom in slow motion, in a way.
Andy's taking us to an illegal rave her friends are throwing on the outskirts of Budapest. But before that, she's taking us to one of her favorite Jewish restaurants, also a favorite of Spielberg and De Niro.
Hello. Actually, you can see Robert De Niro there with the owner.
Helen Mirren. Yeah. You really have like the A-list of Hollywood. Do you think they'll want a picture of us, or because we can obviously?
We can give you a picture.
I'm joking.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Hello.
Rosenstein.
Thank you for having us. So who taught you to cook?
Két nagymamám. Én holokauszt idején születtem. Egy tragikus zsidó család, ahol mindenkit elvittek, és mindenki meghalt valahol, kivétel a két nagymama. Miközben ott az ablaknál letetett, nem lehetett villant kapcsolni anyám, fölrobbant egy gránát az ablakba, beszakította a keretet, és a nővérem volt a unokatestvének a ölébe, és meghaltak mind a ketten, és mi megmaradtunk. Minden ételben ott vannak a nagymamák.
So we need to get it all. We need to try it all.
The feast begins with multiple shots of Hungarian plum brandy known as palinka.
Palinka me timbers.
You take that one.
Egészségedre. 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 The palinka is followed by another round of palinka.
Na, én hagyd tegyem. Ja, gyere. Majd lássák, hogy én is dolgozok valami.
Tökéletes, apa. Apa, te nem tudsz rosszat csinálni.
Ja, dehogy.
Innen is látszik, mert én is jó, tökéletes. Nagyon viccet.
Apa és fia. Én is adtam egyet, neki az izzat végére. Szervuszok. Megjött a vacsora.
I'm so hungry.
This beer is amazing, by the way.
Nagyon delicious.
Oh, this is you.
It's you.
There he is.
There you are.
Én vagyok a arca az üzletnek.
Yes.
I'm gonna guess this is the famous matzo ball soup.
Yes, this is
It's the best. It's exactly what I needed.
És rókagomba, ez itt a Kárpát-medencében honos rókafajta, most van a szezonja. Ez a lecsó. Meg a bátorság.
Oh no! Whose idea was this? Okay.
Egészségeteket. Amikor Spielberg Magyarország forgatott, 4 alkalommal voltál, minden 4-szer ugyanezt tette a Bárincs.
That guy is the most like official definition of a legend that I've ever met in my life.
Yeah. That word gets thrown around a lot.
The word legend gets thrown around a lot, but that guy is next to the dictionary definition of legend. He survived World War II, he makes amazing food, he's best friends with Robert Niro and Steven Spielberg, and he's now packing us dessert to go to a house party. Rosenstein and his family seem to have turned feeding people into a professional sport, and our stomachs are punishingly full by the time we leave for the rave.
Andy is taking us to a warehouse party on the outskirts of Budapest, where her friends are launching the next issue of their zine, called Utka in Korea.
So I like your nails. Let's see these.
So why have you guys put on this party tonight?
We cannot party in the city center anymore, so we organize parties like this.
For ourselves, by ourselves, for our friends, and I think it's really important to build like a community.
The magazine that we are making, the main idea was to create a platform for young people who doesn't really have the opportunity to share their thoughts.
I don't know how much you know about Hungarian media system or at all. It's like totally fucked. It's by ruled by fascists. Almost all of the newspapers in Hungary are controlled by the government.
You've got a magazine, it's in print. Anyone could get their hands on this magazine. Do you not still have those fears?
We don't give a fuck. Actually, there are some sentences like kill all politicians and kill the government. And
So you think we should kill all politicians?
Yeah, we should have killed all politicians a long time ago.
Is there any hope that it's going to get better amongst the younger generation?
Not at all.
You don't have any hope?
No.
Away from the stag doos in the city center and the watchful eyes of the state, Budapest still has a thriving DIY party scene. And in order to prevent food waste, we distributed Rosenstein's leftover cakes, which were a surprise hit at 5 a.m.
Next time on The World Without Planes, we drink Serbian moonshine, spend the night in the home of a vampire.
I will be honest, guys, I have soiled myself. And eat the most expensive cheese on the planet.